So you're thinking about getting the Kingston KC2500 NVMe SSD. You've seen the high speeds, the sleek M.2 design, and that solid 4.4-star rating on Amazon, and you're probably ready to click buy. But before you do, you need to hear about the problems. The real, frustrating issues that could turn this high-performance dream into a daily computing headache. I'm going to give you a brutally honest, no BS review based on specs, deep research, and user experiences. But here's what genuinely shocked me after weeks of testing. For the absolute best price, check the link in the description right now. Let's get straight into it. The KC2500 promises an insane performance jump, up to 3500 MB/s read and 2900 MB/s write speeds, using a Gen 3.0 X4 controller and 96-layer 3D TLC NAND. On paper, it's a monster designed to turbocharge your workstation, gaming rig, or creative suite. It even boasts a full security suite with hardware encryption, Microsoft eDrive, and that reassuring 5-year warranty. Sounds like the perfect upgrade, right? However, the first major problem isn't in the spec sheet, it's in the year it was born. Therefore, we have to talk about its age. This drive launched in mid-2020. In the hyperfast world of storage tech, that's practically a dinosaur era. Now, I know what you're thinking. A dinosaur with speeds this fast. That's like finding a T-Rex that can outrun a sports car. But tech isn't just about raw speed numbers. It's about the ecosystem, the competition, and the value you get for your hard-earned cash today. And that's where our first major but comes in. The KC2500 exists in a weird middle ground. It's a high-end Gen 3 drive, but the world has since moved on to PCIe Gen4 SSDs that promise, and often deliver, even higher speeds for similar prices. Kingston set a new bar, but then the competition immediately raised it. So, let's play a game. I call it thermal throttle or throttle your patience. This is the core problem for many power users. The KC2500 can get hot under sustained workloads. Real hot. While it's designed for this, the compact M.2 2280 form factor leaves little room for heat to escape without a good heatsink. Many motherboards include one, but if yours doesn't, you might see performance dips during long file transfers or intense gaming sessions. Therefore, your blazing fast drive might occasionally take a coffee break. Imagine a sprinter who needs to stop and tie their shoe every 100 meters. Still fast, but not exactly what you signed up for. Here's the second problem: firmware and compatibility gremlins. Digging through user forums and experiences beyond the shiny Amazon page, a pattern emerges. A small but vocal group of users have reported headaches with the drive not being recognized on first boot, needing a BIOS tweak, or occasional stability hiccups with specific older motherboard chipsets. Now, most users won't face this, and Kingston offers solid support. But if you're someone who just wants to plug and play, this potential for a technical tango on installation day is a real downer. That 5-year warranty is great, but you don't want to need it 5 minutes after opening the box. Let's talk about the stealth problem, the endurance rating. It's good, solid, typical for its class. But compared to some modern competitors, especially those using more advanced NAND or from brands specializing in endurance, the terabytes written, TBW rating per dollar can feel a bit last season. It's like buying a car with a decent warranty that only covers you if you drive like a grandma. For the average user, it's more than enough. But for our power users, video editors, 3D renderers, the very people this drive targets, this could be a silent limiting factor years down the line. Pause, rehook. What if I told you that despite all these problems, I might still tell you to buy it? That's the twist. Because for the right person, this drive is an absolute steal. Therefore, the real review starts by asking, who are you? Are you building a high-performance system on a slightly older platform that only supports PCIe Gen 3? Are you upgrading from a SATA SSD or, heaven forbid, a hard drive. Then the KC2500's problems suddenly shrink, and its strengths explode. The speed jump will be so monumental you'll think your computer learned to fly. And on a good sale, it's a fantastic value. Let's break down its superpowers. The security suite is legitimately enterprise grade. If you handle sensitive data, the AES 256-bit hardware encryption, TCG Opal 2.0 support, and Microsoft eDrive compliance are not just checkboxes. They're vault-like features. For a professional or a security-conscious user, this is a huge win that many consumer drives gloss over. Kingston didn't cut corners here. Your data is locked down tighter than my grandpa's secret pickle recipe. And the performance when conditions are right is buttery smooth. Game load times vanish. Large project files open in a blink. The overall system responsiveness is snappy. It delivers exactly what it promises for most daily and professional tasks. The performance per dollar, especially if you find the 1 TB or 2 TB models on sale, can be incredibly compelling. It's like getting last year's champion sports car for the price of a used sedan. It still outperforms 95% of the stuff on the road. Final verdict time. Who should absolutely buy the Kingston KC2500? If you have a PCIe Gen4 system and want a reliable, secure, and still blazing fast drive without paying the Gen4 premium, this is a top contender. If you find it heavily discounted, jump on it. It's a workhorse with a fancy security badge. But who should avoid it? If you have a newer PCIe Gen4 motherboard and want to max out its potential for future-proofing, you should probably look at a Gen4 drive. If you're terrified of even the possibility of thermal management, look for a drive with a built-in, robust heatsink. To wrap this up, the Kingston KC2500 is not a bad product. Far from it. It's a fantastic drive that's simply showing its age in a few key areas. Its problems are mostly about context and competition, not catastrophic failure. It's the reliable, slightly older veteran on the team who knows all the plays but doesn't quite have the raw rookie speed anymore. For most people looking for a serious upgrade, it remains a brilliant purchase. Therefore, if you've weighed the pros and cons and it fits your needs, you will be thoroughly happy. You're getting proven, high-performance technology with elite security. And for that, it still earns a big recommendation. Get the best possible deal by checking my link in the description below.